Out of all the things that make me crazy, shopping, wrapping, gift cards, such a scam. There's one thing that keeps me grounded, and it is my family. A couple of years ago, we started a new Christmas tradition, and we found it in a book. It is a really simple concept we discovered in a holiday story called Christmas Jars. Jason Wright wrote it. He's now a friend of mine. Jason, tell me quickly about Christmas Jars.
Sure. Christmas Jars it's about giving. It's about daily sacrifice. It's a jar that you put on your counter at home, a mayonnaise jar, pickle jar, peanut butter jar. Every day you put your spare change in it, and then on Christmas Eve you sit down with your family, your loved ones, your friends. You look around your life, find someone that might be just the right recipient of said Christmas jar. It's real exciting.
Yeah, I will tell you, first of all, tremendous book.
Thank you.
It is a Christmas classic. It is something that you can pass. I think it is.
Thank
I think
you.
It's something you can pass to people. I read it and then gave it to my wife, and she read it, and we both devoured it in like a day, and went out to the bookstore and bought every copy we could and sent them to every friend that we had. Just tremendous. Last year, my two daughters, my older daughters and I, we took our Christmas jar and we went to people's houses that we knew were in need, and it was the best tradition ever.
Yeah.
It was Christmas Eve, and I parked halfway down the block, and the girls got out of the car and they ran and they put the Christmas jar on the doorstep, rang the doorbell, and we ran. And it's tremendous. It's tremendous.
And they'll never forget that. You talk to them in 10, 15, 20 years, they will remember that night for the rest of their lives.
You told me a story. I talked to you on the air on radio yesterday, and you told me a story about a child that was a recipient of the Christmas jars. That is an incredible story. Can you tell that again? Sure.
A young man by the name of Cameron Birch had been suffering from brain cancer for the better part of a year. Just a sweet, sweet young man. Prognosis didn't look real good a year ago right now, in fact. It didn't look real good at all. He'd been sent home from the hospital. And they got a knock on their door on Christmas Eve. They opened the door. There are these two giant Christmas jars with a copy of the book and a little note. And the note said the family could do what they liked with the money. And really the parents left the decision up to him and said, this really belongs to you. These jars are for you. You know, people care about you and they love you and they're watching you. And this young man, when given this choice, decided that the money was better spent by going to a toy store and buying toys for the other kids at the cancer center where he was being treated. New toys for the waiting room, a puzzle, a racetrack, dolls and a tool bench. A decision that a lot of people, I don't know, would have made. Even at my age, I don't know that I would have made such an amazing decision. So that's the spirit of Christmas Jars is captured in that little boy. Yeah. Well, we just so you know, this is actually our second. We made it a little more politically correct. This is our Ramahana Kwanzmas jar, so no one's offended by it. But that's our second jar that we started here in the office. And the name of the book is Christmas Jars. It is tremendous. I can't recommend it highly enough. Thanks, Glenn. And kids, now that you've seen me, kids, go to bed right now.
All right. Goodbye. Thanks a lot, Jason.
Thanks, Glenn.
Back in a second.